Welcome back. How are you guys doing out there? I feel like we should all have an ascension buddy or something like that. It's getting kind of rough out here. Anyway, okay. On to good news and Light Master of the Month. So this is a quote from Albert Svent-Georgi, and he says, "In every culture and in every medical tradition before ours, healing was accomplished by moving energy." That being said, science has proven that meridians exist. So this is from 2016. In 2016, scientists at Seoul National University confirmed the existence of meridians, which they refer to as the premovascular system. They say this system is a crucial part of the cardiovascular system. So Dr. Kim Bong-hong proposed he had found meridians in the 1960s. He had shown that tubular structures exist inside and outside of blood vessels and lymphatic vessels, as well as on the surface of internal organs and right under the dermis, right under the skin. He believed they were the traditional meridian lines, and now the existence of this system in various organs has been corroborated by further research. Current Korean researchers now believe the premovascular system is in fact the physical component of the acupuncture meridian system. It has also been suggested that this system is involved in channeling the flow of energy and information relayed from biophotons, which are the electromagnetic waves of light. So from biophotons and DNA. That's pretty cool. We, in the healing world, we kind of already knew this, but science is proving it, so that's a good thing. In tech, there was a finger phone that was created by a South Korean company called Signal, SGNL. And so this device attaches to a watch, and it attaches to any watch, and the signal is bone conducted. So in the video, you just see the people putting their finger on this bone right here by the ear, and the sound is bone conducted, so it goes through their body, through their bones, right? So with this phone, the sound is clear and it provides privacy to the conversations. People can't listen to your bones. That's cool. All right, in tech also, a teenager just built the world's lightest satellite, and NASA is launching this into space on June 21st. The satellite weighs 64 grams and will be tested during a 4-hour suborbital mission to test the extremely light 3D printed, there it is again, 3D printed casing. The casing owes its lightness to the reinforced carbon fiber polymer frame, which is used in everything from aerospace engineering to fishing line. That's pretty cool. Teenagers, right? Watch the kids, I'm telling you. Okay, in Beijing, Don Rosengard and his team created a giant vacuum that turns smog into jewelry. So Dan Rosengard and his team created a smog-free tower that sucks up pollution from the sky and cleans it on a nano level. They sucked up the equivalent of 17 cigarettes a day from the urban skies, and then they compressed this carbon of smog for 30 moments and created these smog-free rings. They are working on a smog-free bicycle, which sucks up polluted air, cleans it, and then puts the clean air back out into the environment. This project started in China. It's moving on to India, and then other places are popping up with interest. Okay, in the world of people doing good things, Casey Neistat and Jerome Jar raised $2.5 million to help people in Somalia for their relief from famine. So they created this through a GoFundMe page called Love Army for Somalia. They even got a cargo plane donated from the Turkish Airlines to deliver all of this food to Somalia. They flew 60 tons of baby food and bought 400 tons of food locally. They also donated 2 million liters of water. The money is going to help the people. There's no overhead, there's no salaries, and even the security for the mission was donated by the local government. The work was done by many, but it was initiated by one person. Jerome initiated the whole project himself, and then he got the ball rolling, and they got many hands make light work. They flew in baby food for the malnourished babies, but they used the rest of the money to buy food locally in Somalia. for two reasons. One, it put money directly back into the Somalian economy, and two, the locals knew exactly what was needed and they understand the country to get things done. So that is pretty amazing. Thank you so much, Casey and Jerome and the Love Army for Somalia. So also they have raised their goal to $3 million. So they received $2.5 million. They raised their goal to $3 million. So this is still an active, as of my last checking, this is still an active GoFundMe page. So if you're interested, there's something for you to do. In the animal world, France has banned the captive breeding of dolphins and killer whales, which are orcas. They also banned the keeping of whales and dolphins and porpoises in captivity, except for the orcas and dolphins, bottlenose dolphins, that were already held there. The new rules also ban the direct contact between animals and the public and require the holding pools to be made significantly larger. It's a good step, you know. Light Master of the Month this month goes to Kate Mottram and the International Spiritual Emergence Network. Kate Mottram has 15 years of experience in the mental health field, and in 2012 she experienced a spiritual awakening and has ever since worked to raise awareness for this type of spiritual emergence, these spiritual awakenings. So the mission of the Spiritual Emergence Network is to facilitate the realization of positive human potential through raising awareness and providing education on how to effectively support the process of spiritual emergence. Kate and the people at the Spiritual Emergence Network envisions a world where all peoples of all cultures can embrace spiritual emergence to manifest a positive shift to higher consciousness for all of humanity. So on May 12th, they put out a grassroots social movement called Emerging Proud, aimed at reframing madness as a catalyst for positive transformation. So it was a call to come out of the spiritual closet for people. And they put this out on May 12th, which was the Mental Awareness Week here in the United States, maybe worldwide. The Spiritual Emergence Network was formed in 1980 by Christina and Stan Groff in response to the lack of understanding and the respect for psycho-spiritual growth in the mental health profession. This is so cool. In 1994, the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual, the DSM-4 of the American Psychiatric Association, they supported Groff's insight by including spiritual and religious challenges under its category of conditions which are not mental illness, yet lead people to seek mental health service. So there actually is in the DSM a spiritual emergence, or when it kind of crosses a line, a spiritual emergency crisis, that it is in the DSM, which is very cool. Not all psychiatrists and psychologists know about this. I've actually run into a few that have no idea what it is. So in 1978, Christina Groff had intimate exposure to spiritual emergency through her own experience, and with some hesitancy, she had described her experience to her husband, Stan Groff, who was a practicing psychiatrist at the time. Stan Groff went on to outline the theoretical insights he had developed during his years of working with the non-ordinary states of consciousness. Stan and Christina had realized there was a sizable group of people who had transformative experience that they had never talked about to anyone for fear of being considered crazy. Many others said that they had made the mistake of telling the wrong people about their experiences and had been hospitalized, medicated, and given psychiatric labels, even though deep within themselves they felt they had not been involved in a pathological process. In the development of the International Spiritual Emergence Network, Kate Mottram was instrumental in bringing these different networks. So the Spiritual Emergence Network started with Stan and Christina Groff, and then they had these points all over the world that were working with these type of spiritual emergence processes, and they decided to connect them. And so Kate was instrumental in helping with that, along with some others. And then in 2015, the International Spiritual Emergence Network was brought back under the Groff Foundation. So Stan Groff is still on the planet. Christina Groff has transitioned. And So they're back together. The Spiritual Emergence Network is under the Groff Foundation. So there are people out in the world doing wonderful things to support, help, and guide people through their spiritual emergence process. So some of us have had physical challenges in our levels of awakening, and there are levels of awakening. It's not you're awakened once and that's it. There are levels, there are states and stages. And some people have the health challenges, the healing crisis through physical body. Some people have psyche challenges, and that's what this spiritual emergence works with. It works with these levels of consciousness that look a little bit like madness, but in the process of understanding and integrating these higher levels of consciousness, it actually brings people and the whole planet to a wider state of being. So thank you so much, Kate Matram. Thank you so much, Saskia, for nominating her. Thank you so much for all the people who send me good news. Thank you for shining your light. Thank you for holding your power.